Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Gananam tva Ganapatigam Havamahe Kavim Kavinamupamashravastamam Jyeshtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspata Anashruṇvannotibhissedasadanam Mahaganapataye Namaha. Prano Devi Saraswati Vajebhir Vajinivati Dhinamavitriyavatu Vagdevyai Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. From the Vedas, I am going to chant the mantra of Narayana Upanishad, which is describing the glories of Lord Narayana before going into the sports, the Leela of Lord Narayana as Lord Krishna. अथ पुरुषो ह वै नारायणो कामयत प्रजासृजेयेति नारायणात् प्राणो जायते मनः सर्वेन्द्रियाणि च खं वायुर्ज्योतिरापः पृथिवी विश्वस्य धारिणी नारायणात् ब्रह्मा जायते नारायणात् रुद्रो जायते नारायणात् इन्द्रो जायते नारायणात् प्रजापतयः प्रजायन्ते नारायणात् द्वादशादित्या रुद्रावसवः सर्वाणि च छन्दागंसि नारायणादेव समुत्पद्यन्ते नारायणे प्रवर्तन्ते नारायणे प्रलीयन्ते ॐ अथ नित्यो नारायणः ब्रह्मा नारायणः शिवश्च नारायणः शक्रश्च नारायणः द्यावा पृथिव्यौ च नारायणः कालश्च नारायणः दिशश्च नारायणः ऊर्ध्वश्च नारायणः अधश्च नारायणः ॐ नारायणाय विद्महे वासुदेवाय धीमहि तन्नो विष्णुः प्रचोदयात् ॐ नारायणाय विद्महे वासुदेवाय धीमहि तन्नो विष्णुः प्रचोदयात् ॐ Narayanaaya vidmahe Vasudevaya dhimahi Tanno Vishnuh prachodayat. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om. When the Lord incarnated as Lord Krishna in the Dwapara Yuga in Mathura, Vrindavan, at that time, that is contemporarily, we had so many other Krishna. There was one female, she was called Krishna. She was, that is Draupadi. Why did she get the name Draupadi? Because she was the daughter of Drupada, King Drupada. Then Krishna Dvaipayana, that is Vyasa Maharshi, also had the name Krishna. Why? Because he was also dark in complexion. Krishna was also dark in complexion. And if you come towards Magadha or Vangadesha, there was one more Krishna. He was called Nakali Vasudeva, Nakali Krishna. Nakali means imitation. He used to dress himself like Krishna and act like Krishna. So Nakali means imitation. So like that, there were so many Krishnas at that time. Then what is the real name of Lord Krishna? Lord Krishna's real name is Vasudeva Krishna. Why? Because he was the son of Vasudeva and Devaki, Mother Devaki. That's why his name is Vasudeva Krishna. Now, we shall see what Swami Vivekananda wants to tell about this great avatara or great personality. Talking about Lord Krishna in his complete works, Swami Vivekananda tells, he, that is Lord Krishna, who is worshipped in various forms, the favorite ideal of men as well as of women, the ideal of children too, as well as of grown-up men. I mean, he whom the writer of the Bhagavata, who is the writer of the Bhagavata? Vyasa Maharshi. He was not content to call Lord Krishna as an incarnation, but Vyasa Maharshi says the other incarnations were but part of this Lord Krishna. So Vyasa Maharshi in the Bhagavata tells all the other avatars were a part of Lord Krishna. Why is it? Is there any difference then about God? Hierarchy, up and down, low and high? No. He, that is Lord Krishna, was the Lord himself. Then Swami Vivekananda explains, and it is not strange that such adjective was applied to Lord Krishna when we marvel at the many-sidedness of the character. Earlier, what were all there in all the other avatars, he included all that ideal in himself. Just like Ramakrishna, when he came as the incarnation, that is Lord Narayana or Vishnu himself coming, he practiced in one life all the ideals from the beginning of creation, what was there as the ideal paths, everything he practiced and he included everything in his life and personality. That is why Swami Vivekananda and also others called Ramakrishna as Sarvadeva Devi Swarupa and Avatara Varishta. So he, Krishna, was the Lord himself. And it is not strange that such adjectives are applied to him when we marvel at the many-sidedness of his character. So what were all that ideals, the many-sidedness of his character? Swami Vivekananda explains. He was the most wonderful sannyasin. We all think that he had important 6 or 9 wives, queens, and other than that he was married to 16,000 queens. So how can Krishna be a sannyasin? Might be your question. But he never identified himself with the body. Whenever, the Rasa Leela, when he used to go in Vrindavan, he was just a 10-year-old boy. When he used to play with all the gopis and Radha, all the other gopis were married women. They had children, they had husbands. Radha was also married. She had children. Now, was it lust? No. Krishna was only a 10-year-old boy at that time. Where can you assume that wrong attitude against him? They knew, all the gopis and gopas of Vrindavan knew he was the Supreme Lord. So they came to him not out of lust, but out of the devotion that is to be understood properly. Then only we can understand the pure love of Radha and Krishna and the gopis and Krishna. So now Swami Vivekananda is telling he was the most wonderful sannyasin. How is that? When he used to go to dance with the gopis and Radha and other things, thousands of gopis were there in the Rasa Leela. But Narada wanted to test it. He went to see in the palace. There, in the palace, Lord Krishna was meditating. At the same time, here he saw there were so many Krishnas playing with all the different gopis. There were thousands of Krishnas dancing with them. Now, ordinary yogis, those who practice Hatha Yoga, Raja Yoga, after going forward in yoga, they develop such a power that looking at their karmas, how much sanchita karma are there, they will create so many lateral bodies in this life, and they will divide all the karma to be exhausted in one life to get illumination or nirvana. If that is the case with ordinary yogis, if they can create so many bodies to finish off their karmas, then the Lord Krishna is called Yogeshwara, the Lord of the yogis. Then he was not at all attached to his body. He was there meditating, but there were so many Krishnas, he produced so many bodies to play with the gopis. So here, Vivekananda is calling, he was the most wonderful sannyasin and the most wonderful householder. In one, he had the most wonderful amount of rajas power and was at the same time living in the midst of most wonderful renunciation. Krishna can never be understood until you have studied Bhagavad Gita. For he was the embodiment of his own teaching. Now we can go to Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, where Sri Ramakrishna tells, do you want to know the essence of Bhagavad Gita? Then Ramakrishna tells, repeat that 2-lettered word Gita 10 times. Gita, Gita, Gita. Any 2-lettered word if you tell, it reverses. Becomes Gita, 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 Gita. Tagi in Bengali means Tyagi. What is Tyagi? So, Ramakrishna tells the essence of Bhagavad Gita is Tyaga, sacrifice, renunciation. So, if you have to understand Lord Krishna, you should study Bhagavad Gita, for he was the embodiment of his own teaching. Every one of these incarnations came as a living illustration of what they came to preach. Krishna, the preacher of the Bhagavad Gita, was all his life the embodiment of song celestial. Bhagavad Gita is also called as the song celestial. Gita means song, Bhagavad means celestial. He was the great illustration of what is non-attachment. We will be always asking and also studying, telling that, oh, we should be detached, we should be detached. So they also ask, so detachment should we give up wife, husband, children, house, money, and then go to the forest? No. See, what is non-attachment? He is the illustration of non-attachment. He gives up his throne. He could easily become the king. He should become the emperor. He had so much power, but he never became the king. He gave up his throne and never cares for it. He is the leader of the whole of India, at whose words kings and emperors came down from their thrones. He never wanted to become a king. He was a king maker. He is the simple Krishna, ever the same Krishna who played with the gopis. Ah, that most marvelous passage of his life, the most difficult to understand, and which none ought to attempt to understand until he has become perfectly chaste, purified. When you are purified, then only you can understand that love of Radha and Krishna and Gopi and Krishna. That most marvelous expansion of love, allegorized and expressed in that beautiful play of Vrindavan. Now, we shall sing the glory of Krishna with this song. Ramakrishna tells, when we sing the name of the Lord, all our sins will take the form of like a bird and fly away. It is also told in some of the Puranas that when you sing the name of the Lord, just like when the lion roars, all the animals will run away. Like that, all the sin and impurities of our mind and body will go away. So it is so easy. Vyasa Maharshi, after finishing writing all the Puranas, he came out and started shouting in joy. O people of the Kali Yuga, it is the Iron Age, we all of us, you are so lucky. Why? In the Satya Yuga, you had to meditate and meditate to get God realization for thousands of years. And in the other Yuga, you had to do so many sacrifices and tapasya. But you people of the Kali Yuga are so lucky, you can get God realization by the chanting of the name of Lord. He has made it so easy. When it is so easy to remove all of our sins and get God realization, should we not repeat the name of the Lord? Remember, Master has told, if you repeat the name of the Lord loudly, then all your sins will vanish. That area where that sound of that chanting is heard, it will become purified. In our group, if people have the confidence that we have not at all committed any sins, or people who don't want to let their sins go out, they need not sing. All others can sing this wonderful song of the Lord loudly. Krishna Rama Govinda Narayana. Krishna Rama Govinda Narayana. Krishna Rama Govinda Narayana. Krishna Rama Govinda Narayana. Rama Krishna Govinda Narayana. Rama Krishna Govinda Narayana. Krishna Rama Govinda Narayana. Krishna Rama Govinda Narayana. Krishna Rama Govinda Narayana. Krishna Rama Govinda Narayana. Rama Krishna Govinda Narayana. Rama Krishna Govinda Narayana. Narayana, Narayana, Narayana. Narayana, Narayana, Narayana. Shriman Narayana, Narayana, Narayana. Shriman Narayana, Narayana, Narayana. Same song, little louder and faster. Krishna Rama Govinda Narayana. Krishna Rama Govinda Narayana. Krishna Rama Govinda Narayana. Krishna Rama Govinda Narayana. Rama Krishna Govinda Narayana. Rama Krishna Narayana. Krishna Rama Govinda Narayana. Krishna Rama Govinda Narayana. Rama Krishna Govinda Narayana. Rama Krishna Govinda Narayana. Krishna Rama Govinda Narayana. Krishna Rama Govinda Narayana. Rama Krishna Govinda Narayana. Rama Krishna Govinda Narayana. Narayana, Narayana, Narayana. Narayana, Narayana, Narayana. Narayana, Narayana, Narayana. Narayana, Narayana, Narayana. Shriman Narayana, Narayana, Narayana. Shriman Narayana, Narayana, Narayana. Krishna Rama Govinda Narayana. Krishna Rama Govinda Narayana. Krishna Rama Govinda Narayana. Krishna Rama Govinda Narayana. Rama Krishna Govinda Narayana. Rama Krishna Govinda Narayana. Krishna Rama Govinda Narayana. Krishna Rama Govinda Narayana. Krishna Rama Govinda Narayana. Krishna Rama Govinda Narayana. Rama Krishna Govinda Narayana. Rama Krishna Govinda Narayana. Narayana, Narayana, Narayana. Narayana, Narayana, Narayana. Shriman Narayana, Narayana, Narayana. Shriman Narayana, Narayana. Shriman Narayana, Shriman Narayana. Lakshmi Narayana, Lakshmi Narayana. Satya Narayana, Satyanarayana, Srimanarayana, Srimanarayana, Satyanarayana, Satyanarayana, Lakshmi Narayana, Lakshmi Narayana, Satyanarayana, 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 Lakshmi Narayana, Lakshmi Narayana, Srimanarayana, Srimanarayana, Lakshmi Narayana, Lakshmi Narayana, Satyanarayana, 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 Satyanarayana. We shall learn how to overcome, because most of us, when we read that aspect of Radha Krishna, our mind, because it is impure, we also superimpose our impurity on the life of Krishna and Radha. So now Vivekananda has told we can understand that only with the pure mind. Now we will get the help of another Purana to understand this aspect. Why did Krishna and Radha come to this earth? Let me take you through this wonderful Purana, another scripture. What is that? Divine Mother, Kali. You all know about Kali. And she is also dark in color, black. She incarnated as Lord Krishna. And what about Radha? Lord Shiva descended down to the earth as Radha. This episode we find mentioned in Devi Purana, or also called Sri Mahabhagavatam or Devi Bhagavatam. You should not get confused with Devi Mahatmyam. Devi Mahatmyam or Chandi Durga Saptashati is separate. This is Devi Bhagavatam. So in the chapter 49 and 58, we see Krishna's birth to the end of his divine Leela, including Mahabharata war, etc., has been mentioned in this Purana. It is a conversation between Narada and Shiva. Shiva explains to Narada how and why Divine Mother Kali incarnated as Lord Krishna and himself, that is Shiva, incarnated as Radha. It is said that the Divine Mother Kali, one of the aspects of Parvati, in order to eliminate the increasing demoniacal oppression on earth and to restore peace and harmony, wanted to descend. Descending down is called avatarana. Avatara comes from that term. So descend down to earth. At the same time, Lord Shiva, looking at her exquisite beauty, requested her to take a male form and descend to earth, and he himself would take a female form and incarnate to join her. Accordingly, she, that is Mother Kali, was born as the 8th child of Devaki and Vasudeva with the name Krishna. Shiva took birth as Vrishabhanu's daughter with the name Radha. And as wished by the Divine Mother, we see they are one. Lord Shiva is one who had destroyed Kama. We all know that lust, Kama, Cupid, when he went to disturb Shiva in his meditation, he opened his third eye, the eye of knowledge, and he burnt that lust, Kama, Madana. So, after that, after burning, the love between Shiva and Parvati is Kama Rahita Prema. The love of Shiva and Parvati doesn't have even an iota of lust. It is the pure love free from lust. The same transcendental love they wanted to experience and demonstrate through earthly physical bodies being free from body awareness. Videha prema. What is videha? Deha means body. Videha means without the body consciousness. Videha prema, bodiless love. Love free from body consciousness. So, love between Radha and Krishna was divine love free from body awareness. Radha was most loved by Krishna because by birth she had no body consciousness. Deha bhava, she was Lord Shiva. More intense and deep would their love grow, more spiritual identity would Sri Radha and Krishna, the universal parents, shine forth, as if they neither have bodies nor there was a world around them. Gopas and gopis and whoever came in contact with great personality of absolute supremacy attained the same state that makes a person realize himself, herself, being immortal and thereby enter life eternal. The whole Vrindavan play was over. Krishna left Vrindavan for good. Was over in first 11 years of Krishna's life. The Lord Kali was to go for dharma samstapana, for the establishment of righteousness. He was just 11-year-old. They were never again to meet at human level again. Having descended to earth, they were fully aware of their transcendental identity. So, before leaving for this dharma samstapana, to establish the righteousness, Krishna, who was Kali in disguise, parted from Radha, Shiva in disguise of Radha, for destruction of Kamsa and other demons. Now, Kali, Krishna. There are so many people in North India, they name their children as Kali Krishna. You know, the Guru, Mantra Diksha Guru of Nishchalanandaji Maharaj, whose centenary we are celebrating, his Mantra Diksha Guru was Virajanandaji Maharaj. His pre-monastic name was Kali Krishna. So, you see, Krishna is none other than Kali. So, it is Kali Krishna. That is the Tattva. So, they were in disguise. Is found bowing down. If you go Google the photo where Krishna is bowing down to the feet, holding the feet of Radha. If you Google, you can get that photo. So it happened in Vrindavan. What is that? Krishna is found bowing down to Radha. Why? Because she is Shiva. Remembering their transcendental, eternal relationship. This one deed of Krishna elevates this land of mortals to a level beyond that of the heaven. The Lord is demonstrating that the truth would turn out to be this earth would turn out to be a heaven if the humans see divine in each other. The husband and the wife, if they see the divine in each other and cultivate divine love instead of the body love. Even those that are stooped down to extreme sensuality as brutes and beasts, they also can rise to the level of gods and goddesses by transmuting the lower passions to higher divine passions of loving and surrendering to the ultimate cause of all that exists. The Divine Mother, Krishna and Radha represent the triple aspect of Satyam, Shivam, Sundaram. What is this Satyam, Shivam, Sundaram? Truth, goodness and beauty that transcends all dualities of this relative existence. Imitation of Krishna is to dissolve all differences, see divine everywhere, and to love beyond body. Earthly physical love binds us, the jiva, to this samsara, to this earth, and the divine transcendental love liberates the jiva, that is we living beings, from this samsara. Now we have come to know what is the meaning of the transcendental love of Radha, Krishna. Who are they? So we have got an inkling of that. So let us keep that in our mind. Now going forward, let me take you through one special incident which happened. What was that? It so happened when Lord Krishna was born in Vrindavan as a small child, he showed so many pastimes, leela, sports there. Now in Kailasa, Shiva is left alone. Kali or Mother Durga as now is born as Krishna. So he wanted to come down to see the sport of Krishna, baby Krishna. So Lord Shiva came down. When Krishna came to planet Earth, Shiva goes to Gokula for a glimpse of child Krishna. Just like he went to Ayodhya when Ramji took incarnation. Once Shiva wished to see the manifestation of Krishna in the form of a small child, baby Krishna. Lord Shiva arrived in Gokul and reached the gate of Nanda's home. So now when he reached there, he shouted, Bhavati Vikshan Dehi, O mother of the house, give me some alms. Generally when we go to the house, we don't ask the men for Bhiksha because they don't have the heart to give. It is the mother. So it is always considered the mother of the house is the Annapurneshwari. So when they go to beg, they call the mother. Bhavati Bhikshan Dehi. O mother of the house, please give me alms. So Shiva too told that. Now what happened? Yashoda, who was nursing Krishna, sent out the maid with the Bhiksha. A maid came out of the home and said, these alms have been sent by Yashodaji. Please accept these and give your blessings to the child, O Sadhu. Shiva, they couldn't identify it because they were all immersed in nursing Lord Krishna. Though Lord Shiva himself has come to their doorstep, they couldn't identify him. They thought he was a sadhu. Now Shiva said, I won't accept anything. I don't want any food. But what is that bhiksha alms that I want? I don't want anything except that I want to see that baby Krishna. That is the alms I want. The maid went inside, informed Yashoda about this. Now, meanwhile, Lord Shiva sings outside, O mother, I want to see the face of your little child. In your cradle lies the supreme ruler of the universe. Show me his beautiful face, O mother. Yashoda looked outside and said, what did she tell? I won't bring my child outside. You have a snake wrapped around your neck. The baby will get afraid if it sees you have scorpions on your body and you have put ashes on your body. If my child, small child, looks at you with the snake and all that scorpions and ashes, he may feel frightened. So I'm not going to bring my child, told Yashoda from inside. I won't bring my child outside. You have snake wrapped around your neck. She couldn't identify that it was Lord Shiva. Why? She was immersed in nursing and the divine love of Lord Krishna, baby Krishna. So you have wrapped around your neck, that will frighten my child. Shiva said, O mother, your Kanhaiya, your child is deadly for even the death. Why will he be afraid of snakes? Even the death fears him. He is Brahma of Brahma, is the Lord of even the creator Brahma. Why will he be afraid of the snakes? How can he get frightened? No one can harm him, and he also cannot be frightened. No one can harm him, and he also knows me. So please bring that child. Yashoda was surprised. What are you talking? My child is so small. Please don't be so stubborn. Lord Shiva said, if you don't bring your child, I won't go anywhere. I will sit here and go to Samadhi in meditation. So now, when Shiva wanted to go to sit in yoga in meditation, I won't go from here until I see the face of your child. I'd stay here forever in the state of Samadhi in meditation. Now, though baby Krishna is the Lord. He knows everything. He's Sarvagna. So when Krishna comes to know that Shiva has come to see him and he will go into state of samadhi if I fail to see him. So baby Krishna started crying loudly. How can he express? He's a small baby. He has to act. He has to play the role of a baby. He can't just get up and go, though he can do that. Now he's acting as a baby. So he started crying. He started to cry loudly because he knew that once Bole Baba, Shiva, goes to samadhi, then it will take 1,000 years. By that time my Leela will be over. Shiva will be sitting there. Bole Baba will go to samadhi, then it all problem will start. It come back only after thousands of years from it. Now Krishna was crying so much, he couldn't be lulled by any means. Mother Yashoda thought that a great saint was standing at the door, and so she brought Kanhaiya, the baby Krishna, outside the door where Shiva was there. Shiva saw this baby Krishna and he was so happy to see. He hailed him in his heart. Take Krishna to his lap. He said to Yashoda that if she wanted to know, because all our mothers, they will give the moment the child is born, they will open the book. In South Africa, opening the book, the almanac, give the date of birth and other things. So they want to know what is the future of their children. So Yashoda was no less. She too wanted to know. So, oh, you are going to tell the future of my child. So he must be put on my lap. So now I can see the lines of his palm properly. Now Yashoda was so happy. She puts the child, because now she had belief or shraddha in this sadhu. Why? The child, the moment which was crying so much, saw this Bole Baba, it stopped crying and it was smiling. When it saw Lord Shiva, because Krishna knows he is the Paramatman, my own self, and Shiva knows he is none other than the Parabrahman, his own self. He is meditating, Krishna is meditating on Shiva, Shiva is meditating. They are not different, they are not separate. So now both of them saw each other. Shiva took the child in his lap. Yashoda puts the child, Lord Shiva, into Shiva's lap. In this way, the destroyer, that is Shiva, and the sustainer of the world unified, and the whole world was spellbound to see this. If you go to the Google and type this, Shiva having the baby Krishna in his lap, you can get that picture, beautiful picture. So now the union, what is that? Sustainer, that is Vishnu or Narayana or Krishna and Shiva, they are not separate. To know that, we will sing a beautiful Namavali to prove that they are one and the same. So now we will sing this beautiful song. It's a combination of name of Shiva and Krishna called as Govinda. Shankara, 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 Shambho. Shankara, 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 Shambho. Hari Narayana, Hari Narayana, Hari Narayana, Govinda. Hari Narayana, Hari Narayana, Hari Narayana, Govinda. Hari Narayana, Govinda. Shiva Narayana, Govinda. Hari Narayana, Govinda. Shiva Narayana, Govinda. Hari Narayana, Hari Narayana, Hari Narayana, Govinda. Hari Narayana, Hari Narayana, Hari Narayana, Govinda. Shiva Narayana, Shiva Narayana, Shiva Narayana, Govinda. Shiva Narayana, Shiva Narayana, Shiva Narayana, Govinda. Shankara, 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 Shambho. Shankara 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 Shambho. Hari Narayana Hari Narayana Hari Narayana Govinda. Hari Narayana Hari Narayana Hari Narayana Govinda. Hari Narayana Govinda. Shiva Narayana Govinda. Hari Narayana Govinda. Shiva Narayana Govinda. Hari Narayana Hari Narayana Hari Narayana Govinda. Hari Narayana Hari Narayana Hari Narayana Govinda. Shiva Narayana Shiva Narayana Shiva Narayana Govinda. Shiva Narayana Shiva Narayana Shiva Narayana Govinda. In the Bhagavad Gita, there is a wonderful verse. Yesterday, I took you through 2 verses that was so beautiful that it gave so much of peace to our heart, where Lord Krishna promises that my devotee will never perish. And also, even if he is a sinner, whatever might be the sin, apichet suduracharo, the worst of the sinners, if he worships me with unswerving devotion, consider him to be a saint, because within a short time he will be transformed into a saint. Lord Krishna has told, yesterday I told you about it. But today I'll take you through another beautiful verse from the Bhagavad Gita. What is that? Lord Krishna is telling, Ananyas chintayanto mam ye janaha paryupasate tesham nityaviyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyaham. So what is the meaning of this verse? This is also a very beautiful verse, which we have to keep it in our heart. What is this? Lord Krishna is telling, those who always worship me with exclusive devotion, Ananyas chintayanto mam. Ananya, some of the female people or the girls or the women have kept having this name Ananya. What is the meaning of this word Ananya? Anya means separate. Ananya means without separation. So if anybody worships me or thinks of me without separating themselves, always in unison with me, Ananyas chintayanto mam, who meditate upon me, they cannot think of themselves, they cannot look after their own bodily comforts or anything, they are always worshipping me. So if anybody is worshipping me with exclusive devotion, meditating on my transcendental form, to them I carry what they lack. Yogakshemam vahamyaham. I carry, personally I will carry what they lack, and I preserve what they have. Like a servant, I will take care of them. The Lord will become the servant of the devotee. So that's why Ramakrishna used to always sing a song. And what is that meaning of that song? I'm ready to give mukti, liberation, or any other thing, gnana, but I'm afraid to give shuddha bhakti. Why? Because if they get pure devotion, then I have to become their slaves. God has to become their slaves. That's why very difficult to get that. So if you get that devotion to the Lord, then the Lord will personally carry what you lack, and He will preserve what you have. Yogakshemam vahamyaham. See, it's not some Tom, Dick and Harry who is promising this. The Lord of the universe is promising, Ananyas chintayanto mam ye janaha paryupasate tesham nityabhiyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyaham. So this verse from the Bhagavad Gita, 9th chapter, 22nd verse, emphasizes the concept of exclusive devotion, ananya bhakti, and the divine promise of protection and provision for those who dedicate themselves to God with unwavering faith. So now, how does he keep up his promise? So I will take you through this incident, how the Lord keeps his promise, and then we will end our talk with one bhajan. And what is that beautiful thing? In the Mahabharata, when the Pandavas were in exile, with limited resources by the treachery of Shakuni and Duryodhana. They had taken away all the kingdom and they had to go to Vanavasa and Agnatavasa. Just like Ramachandra had to live in the forest, these people also, Pandavas, Kunti and Draupadi, they had to live in exile with limited resources. Yudhishthira was called Dharmaraja, the king of righteousness, faced a new challenge. What is that? Because wherever he went, the rishis, munis, the good people, they followed him, even to the forest. So now as a king, he had to feed them, he has to take care of them. But in the forest, he doesn't have anything. How will he take care? Feeding everyone who had loyalty and who followed him, it was a new challenge. The wise sages who once graced Indraprastha, now present Delhi, refused to abandon the righteous Dharmaraja, leaving him with a heavy heart. Now desperate Yudhishthira, I cannot feed the rishis, munis, the saints, the people who are coming to me. So he prayed to sun god, Surya Deva. So he prayed, worshipped, offering his unwavering devotion to Surya Deva. His sincerity was rewarded. Lord Surya, sun, appeared before him, granting him one vessel. And what is that vessel? You know, some of the religious organization, when they are feeding, they name with this, what is that? Akshaya Patra. Patra means vessel. Kshaya means which will reduce or decay. Akshaya means it will never reduce. So that is Akshaya Patra. So Surya Bhagavan, through whom we get the light, the plants grow and give us food, he is the one who nourishes all of us. So he gave this Akshaya Patra, the vessel, which would give so much of food, how much ever food you want, whatever you want. You want biryani, it will give biryani. You want dal, it will give dal. What, how much, any amount. I think our Sharda Devi chairman and other people in the kitchen, they have to be provided with Akshaya Patra. Then they can produce how much ever suji, how much ever this thing. So now Surya Bhagavan gave this to Dharmaraya, Yudhishthira. So what happened? Yudhishthira, Surya offering that, Surya appeared before him, granting him this Akshaya Patra, a magical pot overflowing with endless food. The pot will never be empty until only one condition was there, Surya. Once Draupadi washes it off and then keeps it for worship, after everybody's hunger is satiated, then for that day it will not produce food. You can get any amount of food, but once you wash it and keep it there in the shrine, then once you wash it, no, it will not give any food. So that was the condition. So now there was endless food overflowing. The pot will never be empty until the last person is satiated. This miraculous gift was a game changer. Now Pandavas could finally nourish everyone, no matter how many arrived at their humble forest abode. Now also Bhima, he was called Vrukodara. What is Vrukodara? Stomach like that of a wolf. He wanted so much, eat everything. So much he used to consume. One of our great Swamis used to tell, if somebody had very good digestive power, he has gastronomical powers of astronomical proportions. That means they can eat too much. So Bhima was like that. If when they used to go for begging and bring the alms, all the 5 Pandavas, when they used to go for begging in the forest or in some of the villages and bring the alms, Kunti, the mother, used to make that one heap. Then she used to cut it into half. So the lion's share, the big half would go to Bhima. Then the next half, she used to divide it to the 4 Pandavas, Draupadi and Kunti. They used to share the next half. The full half was given to Bhima. That was the amount of food he used to consume. So now, after the Akshaya Patra, now no worry for Bhima also. He can eat as much to his fill. So, their boundless hospitality spread like wildfire. So when this fame spread, what happens? Duryodhana, the bad guy, jealousy. He got angry. I have deceived them and put them into the forest so that they will be troubled, and now they are happy there too. So I have to trouble them. So he became very jealous and anger because the name spread. So in Hastinapur, Duryodhana simmers with envy. Despite stripping the Pandavas of everything, they are thriving in the wilderness. His anger exploded when he learnt about the magical Akshaya Patra. He also came to know that after once it is washed, it will not give. So every day at 1 o'clock, after all are fed, Draupadi Ma would wash it and keep it. After that, no food. Whatever she had to take before that. Now what happened? Duryodhana knew. What did he do? He invited the Durvasa Muni. Who is he? He is famous for giving curses. Very powerful Rishi. Durvasa Muni. So full of Purana is the curses of Durvasa. So very angry. Anger will be always on the nose here. Anytime he can become angry. So now that Durvasa Muni came to Duryodhana's palace. He treated him, he served him with so much of care. Took special care. So when he pleases, when he is pleased, he will give boons. He told Duryodhana, I am pleased with your service. Ask me a boon. What did this bad-natured Duryodhana ask? He told, you have to go and ask for food for your 1,000 disciples and yourself in the wilderness to Pandavas after 1 o'clock. He's pleased, you could have asked so many things, anything good from him. That anger, jealousy, is asking the destruction of Pandavas. Why? Now they cannot provide food for him after 1 o'clock. So the Durvasa will get angry and he will curse them. He wanted that. So he has given the boon, now he has to do, though he knows that is bad, he cannot break his word. So he went to the forest. When Yudhishthira saw thousands, disciple and Durvasa Muni coming after 1 o'clock, when everything vessel is washed, no food, what will he do? He told, oh Rishi Varya, you have come, please come. Come and take food. For they have to offer food, but there is no food here. Everything is finished. Then Durvasa told, I will go to the river bank and I will finish taking bath and other things and do Sandhya Vandana, Japa, and will come after the meditation. So there was nearly 1 hour or something. So now the other brother went to Draupadi and told, you have to get ready. 1,000 disciples and Durvasa, if you don't give them food, curse, he will curse. All were so afraid and terrified. What to do? There is no food. Then what we do? Sankata, jab sankat aata hai, tab Venkataraman. Only when we get difficulty, we remember God. Until then, we forget God. So they started now remembering, oh Krishna, you are our only savior. Where are you? Please come and help. Draupadi started crying and praying to Krishna. Immediately Krishna, the moment she started crying, that's why, see Master, what he used to tell? With tears in your eyes, you have to pray to the Lord. So she started crying and praying to Krishna. Immediately he appeared. Don't know where he was in Dwaraka, thousands of kilometers away. He immediately appeared. And what did he do? He wanted to test and play with her devotees. Draupadi, I am very hungry, please give little food. She is troubled that there is no food to give to those disciples. And Krishna is coming and asking Draupadi, I am very hungry, give me some food. So she was in more trouble. She got angry. What is this, Krishna? Don't you know that I am in trouble? I have called you that I am in trouble, that I can't provide food to those 1,000 disciples and Durvasa Muni, he may curse us, and you are asking for food. No, there is some food. Bring that vessel. No, Krishna, I know very well, I know that it has been washed well and kept aside. There is no food in it. No, there is food. Bring it. Then she bought that vessel. While washing that day, she didn't wash it properly. There was a small piece of spinach sticking to the vessel. So the Lord, see, the food is here. He took that small piece of spinach and put to his mouth, and he told, I am happy, I am satisfied, my hunger is satiated. He is the Lord of the universe. Narayana is the one who is present in all the living beings, in you, in me, and every living beings, in the microbes, in the plants, everywhere it is Narayana, it is Lord Vishnu who is present. So when Lord Krishna took that and told, I am satisfied, the whole universe living being were satisfied and their stomach was full. Everybody was satisfied. The stomach was full here. The 1,000 disciples, their stomach was bloating. Why? Here the Lord is pleased. There, their stomach is full, barfing, belching. Oh, after taking more food, you can see how they belch. They can't even sit, they can't even sleep. Such was the fullness in their stomach. Now, if they have to come back to Yudhishthira, go to the ashram there and eat the food again, it is so difficulty. So Durvasa and the disciples, they told, now we cannot keep up our word. So they ran away from there. They didn't go to the ashram. Now otherwise, what a mishap would have happened. Now, to avoid shame, Durvasa and the disciples went away without coming to the ashram. So that's how the Lord always, He saves us. Ananyas chintayanto mam. If you are always depending upon the Lord, whatever might be the difficulty, the Lord will always take care of you. That is what He has given the promise in the Bhagavad Gita, and see this happen. That's why in our ashram in India, especially in Karnataka and Bangalore ashram, after finishing all the any work, any class, we utter the mantra. What is Om Priyatam Pundari Kakshaha Sarvayagneshwaro Harihi Tasmin Tushte Jagat Tushtam Prenite Prenitam Jagat. Meaning, Priyatam Pundari Kakshaha, the lotus-eyed Lord Hari or Vishnu or Krishna, Pundarika, Sarva Yagneshwaro Harihi, is the Lord of all the yagna and sacrifices. Tasmin Tushte, if He is pleased, Jagat Tushtam, the whole universe will be pleased. Pranite Pranitam Jagat. So if you want to please, don't try to please all the human beings. Try to please the Lord. If you please the Lord, then the whole universe will be pleased with you. What do? We try to please every human being, and what happens? They will always blame you, criticize you. What is that beautiful teaching of Sri Ramakrishna? What is the difference between man and God? Now you do 100 good things to human being, any human being, and you do one small mistake, the so-called human being will catch hold of that mistake, small mistake of yours, and will always blame you for that. And what is the difference between God? Sri Ramakrishna tells, if you do 100 faults, 100 wrong things, and if you do even a small good thing, the Lord will catch hold of that one small good thing you have done, and He will lift you up. That is the difference between God and man, says Sri Ramakrishna in the Gospel. Now you can see. What is this? Priyatam Pundari Kaksha. If you please the Lord, try to please the Lord. Don't try to please the human beings. Even if you have to please the human beings, see the Lord in them and please them. Do the seva. Then if the Lord is pleased, the whole universe is with you. It will please you. If you don't please the Lord, if you are trying to use the human beings for your personal purposes, everybody will be against you. The whole world will turn against you. So, always try to please the Lord. Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. Now, we shall chant some shlokas from Bhagavad Gita. Yesterday, we had chanted from the Bhakti Yoga, 12th chapter, page 230. So we will continue from there. Om Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Yesterday in the Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna had asked which is greater or who are greater, the Gnana Yogis or the Bhakti Yogis, the devotees or the men of knowledge. To which Krishna replied, but Maya Aveshita mano emam etvaksharamanirdesyam maya veshita mano emam nitya yukta upasate. What is that meaning? The Lord said, those who worship me, fixing their mind on me, ever steadfast and endowed with supreme faith, them I regard as the best of yogis, that is the devotees. But those people who have taken up the Gnana Yoga, it's very difficult. But those who worship the imperishable, indefinable, unmanifest, omnipotent, inconceivable, unchanging Lord in the formless aspect, they too, with devoted to the good of all beings, verily they also come to me. But now Krishna tells, Bhagavanu Vacha, kleshodikatarastesham avyakta sakta chetasam avyakta hi gatir dukkam dehavadbhiravapyate. Why does Lord Krishna consider that Gnana Yoga is not suited for others, but Bhakti Yoga is suited? Because he is telling, greater is the difficulty for those whose minds are set on unmanifest, formless, because they don't get any help. They have to completely depend upon only their self-effort. The Lord as a personal aspect will not help them, because it is formless, it is beyond any form and attributes. So it's very, very difficult. The path is very difficult. You have to completely, solely depend upon your self-effort. For the goal of the manifest is very hard for the embodied people who have ego, people who have body consciousness. It's very difficult for them to reach. That's why I prefer that all of you should take Bhakti Yoga and then reach to Gnana Yoga. Then he goes on to tell, Etu sarvani karmani mayi sanyasya matparaha ananyenaiva yogena mam dhyayanta upasate. Now, after telling the meaning of this, we will stop our chanting of the Bhagavad Gita. What is Lord Krishna telling here? Etu sarvani karmani. Now, how should the devotees be devoted to me? But those who consecrate, those who offer all their actions, whatever they do, to me, offer every action regarding me as the supreme goal, and who worship me, meditating on me with single-minded devotion, to them whose mind are thus absorbed in me, I very soon become, O Partha, the deliverer from the ocean of transmigratory existence, beset with death. I will relieve them, I will lift them up, I will personally take care of them as the Lord has promised. So, for people who have ego, people who have body consciousness, Lord Krishna is telling, the best is the path of yoga of devotion. Now, we shall close with this one of the meditation verses of Bhagavad Gita. Om Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yatkrupatamaham Vande Paramanandamadhavam. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat. Shri Krishnarpanamastu.